Hello, my name is Free Happy Dolphin, and today I'm playing Company of Heroes 3, the game that I started to love more and more. We're playing as Brits against DAC player in 1 versus 1 using Australian Defense Battle Group. I like this one a lot because it provides, I think, a bit stronger infantry than a normal one. These kangaroos, what I like them to call, have more DPS, especially in the short range. Also, they have sharpshooter ability that costs 35 munitions, but really can turn the tide of a battle, especially with a veterancy bonus. This battle group, with correct choices of course, can turn its early lead to a nice middle game. I will show what to choose and how to use it later. Of course, there are some weaknesses. For example, you no longer can choose Churchills for a late game. And there's a fun one. In the start, when every second counts, you actually can get stuck trying to get your first infantry section out. Because you need 5 or 6 accurate clicks, and faster you try to do them, the worse it gets, of course. We can count 1 on a battle group, 1 on an infantry, confirm, battle group, infantry, and then place it. So even after turning off core formations, you still can mess it up. We start with sappers, going down here for fuel, another fuel, munitions, VP and munitions if we're lucky. On left we also go for munitions for those sharpshooter abilities and maybe some mines. Also we're not building field infirmary but going with another infantry unit. I think it's better to play this way, have those 4 units straight away. It's more efficient to capture more, fight more and win more than just have that healing early on while it's not needed, no combat really happens. He comes with a scout unit to the center. I would never do that. I would rather send my scout to the sides to cover more distance and capture those points, and go with strong unit in the center to win and maybe to flank and get wins on sides as well. So as we see, he lost the center and retreated with lower HP. My kangaroos can win against his engineers as well. So he goes into the building, I cap, my other unit comes in and we have stronghold on the center. In the north, our engineer will be double teamed by the scout unit coming down and engineer waiting for us. So we'll retreat. In the center, we captured and getting into the building. Overall, good control, getting another fuel makes it 5 out of 6. So that will be plus 15, I guess, on the fuel. Another unit comes, we'll go in cover. This engineer will retreat soon. And we'll be ending this with double teaming on his infantry. And really good hold on the center. We have south. And slow start suggests that sleepdealer deals some sleep for himself this time. And engineer retreats. We double team here. We put a cheeky mine here. So after we capture, maybe somebody comes here. Maybe scout unit will get 1 shot there. We'll see. Now his truck comes, we cannot win this, we stay here a bit for vision. We will retreat soon to heal as we don't want to drop any models. We already built infirmary and the next one is command post, where we will get infantry squad as usual, upgraded with AT rifles and grenades to counter vehicles from DAC. I put unit there for protection, but it turns out to be a good choice and actually he loses a lot of HP as my units come to the center. Also, engineers come back and soon we'll have our infantry from command post to counter his vehicles. And at the top, his engineer lost a lot of HP, also the truck not looking good. I thought he's seen my mine there planting, but later gets into that somehow. So he retreats with all forces, a lot of repairs to be done there. And down there we see fuel point being capped, that'll be fine, kangaroos will fix that. We're getting our grenade packages with infantry section to counter vehicles. Not many units left and I feel no pushback, so I'm going to push deeper and cap more. I think it will be better than just recapping north and splitting fronts. Let's push on same sides, get fuel back, and now with kangaroos we go for that long north line through the fuels. Another unit coming here, we try to bait into that mine. This exact plan doesn't go our way, but we still hold that main unit with engineer and that unit could be much more useful elsewhere, so I'm still happy. In the middle, we get a cap, not good for him. We intend to retreat here soon as units come for that bridge. And we get our infantry squad. We still cannot upgrade it, but it still gets to the center to fight. Maybe some snares will go out as it's already upgraded. So yeah, as I said, he doesn't go into the mine, but he just stands there. He could be capping at least. He doesn't do that, so I will just keep it there. Kangaroo's progressing towards the fuel point, regaining some control. Yeah, I put that engineer for vision and I forgot it later, so that will be a shameful loss. After all the tricks I tried to play it, I just tricked myself, I guess. But we're not losing, a bit down on kills, but still we'll be able to hold the center, putting snare on that vehicle. It doesn't kill it, but it stops this advancement, which is enough for me until units get back. Of course, we don't fight here with engineer, and we recap fuel, going up. Also, healing kangaroos and getting command platoon post with a plan of quick Stuarts to counter any additional vehicles, as we won't hold it with one unit, but it's now retreating. We are recapping fuel point as we go for VP. We have nice advantage, almost 100 points, nice fuel advantage as well. As he gets 1 point, I'll get another, and we'll stay at nice 500. We're getting upgrades for Stuarts, and soon we'll have a first tank. That's really good. Getting back to the center with Kangaroo unit, recapping with another VP point to put some pressure once again. As we get back into the action, healing some additional forces. I already can see a scout unit waiting for us. We get into the building to get some vision. We see flamethrowers getting out of the building immediately, as I learned my mistake, though I will soon do another. Can you believe it? So we are getting our Stuart pretty fast, only 10 fuel points left, getting with our units into the center, pressuring from the top as well, as we got our victory point. So again, maybe he loses some concentration by going 2 ways. Though what happened is that I lost my concentration. Even I have key bindings always, but somehow he threw a grenade. I selected both units with mouse because that was faster, and of course one of them got into the grenade blast. But we still recap the top now, so it's kind of switcheroo, and even, I mean, he got my units, he is up in the kills. Well, we quite okay on the resources, we're really good in victory points, and soon he will be somehow, well, I'd say, giving up his scout unit. Maybe he forgot, maybe he saw me moving one way and didn't thought I would follow, but he did, and now he couldn't even escape with reverse, but it no longer has in this patch. So I get that kill, I'm pretty happy, some compensation after that middle disaster. We retreat, we're not fighting that of course. Healing, getting back into the center with Stuart right now, and soon I'll get another one. That's how you really easy can overwhelm your opponent if he's not ready. We will take back our munitions point and we push to the center at the same time, where we will meet machine gun, but we haven't seen before, so our attack is stopped. As the tank deals with that machine gun, we see that there are Panzerjäger somewhere here, and that's a good call, and we will get a few shots into my tank. We go through the south now, around with our infantry, trying to recap some things and maybe again split his units. Those shots does not seem to do a lot, but that's the best we have right now. Again, going a bit forward to get that machine gun lit. As we see, there are engineers as well, waiting for something. So now, as our units fully healed, we need place to get into the front. Likely go for the south. We're now one infantry trying to find a place, and Jägers, Panzerjägers, putting shots into my tank. I go back. I think I accidentally put it on forward once again and get a few more shots, but the tank survives thankfully. So we're definitely getting back those sappers from munitions point to repair our tank. But also we're not in a big rush as we are getting another start, and also because of Panzerjägers it's not super effective to get out of a building that machine gun, so we are going to leave that start for a moment there until we get sappers to that, but we remain quite active capping south. As we can get to the middle, we get another start and immediately see the target. As Panzerjägers are somewhere in the middle still, we try to get a kill on this truck. We'll pressure with engineers from the top and the tank from the bottom. Again, we can be a bit aggressive since we have engineers quite close, so I will dive quite... oh, that was a mine. I don't know how he got into that. So I will dive quite deep, trying to get a kill. He doesn't react really well somehow. Put some rotation there instead of going back, and I get a kill. I don't think Panzerjägers are in time to get here, so I'm really aggressive. I get the snare, I can repair it immediately, so I don't really care. I don't see yet them coming, so I'm getting in the cap circle, trying to push them as they lose cover. Now we will push mid as well. Maybe some double attack will get him off balance more as we repair our start. Of course, it's a bit unfortunate, but this tank is out of commission for quite a long time. But we got his vehicle, and in the middle find another one. Really good target for our AT rifles. Unfortunately, there is machine gun coming from down here, I guess. But we get a snare on it, on that vehicle, and it's down with one more shot. I'm going to retreat my AT. Infantry, because there is no work for them. These are still going to stay there for a second. And another one is going to check on machine gun if that's the same one. My tank is fully repaired, and I was planning to get to the center and give a helping hand on that machine gun. In the middle of it, I meet his infantry, and now I'll try to reverse. Also, these engineers are not going to do fine here, so finally we will retreat to repair another tank. We get snare, of course, here too close, trying to reverse, but there's no Panzerjägers, so I feel quite safe. There is no rush to get that tank out of the field. Also, I will try to recap, and I plan to go with tank and just put pressure on that machine gun. But there is engineers, so my goal is just to recap quickly and get out. Fortunately, I do not try to cross with my Stuart because as I don't know yet, but there's a T-gun straight there waiting for me to pick as I land my shots to the church. Well, that did not sound right. Now we get shot from that. Now I'm getting mortar and a T-gun. I felt that he hasn't spent a lot of fuel, and I was correct. He was rushing for tank, which he got, so a T-gun is a good choice. I'm reversing here to not get shot in the back, and because frontal armor is simply stronger. Always reverse. I'm going to get here and repair my tanks finally. AT guns getting into the center, waiting for that tank. And now we're in quite good position, I guess. Even though we're a bit behind in fuel gain, we're ready for anything that's coming from him. We're going to repair our tanks and put some counterattack. We're not that behind in points, we're not that behind in resource gain. After all, we got his 3 vehicles out of commission, and now we are sending some units to the north. Or maybe we'll go for double attack again at the same time to break his focus, or if he ignores that, I will just get a victory point with fuel. Maybe he tries to do the same thing, but in not that good fashion. He separates attacks, or just maybe that's his main attack, but it doesn't work this way. You can react and it does not cause any kind of damage. So definitely attack at the same time with all troops. That's what I try to do currently. And you see I'm using vehicle over repair, which is a great boost for a middle game from this battleground. As you can see, my tank has 120 more HP, which is more than 25% gain. So Stuarts can really transition to middle game much better and be more resilient. And now we're quite ready with that push, we deal with that engineer, and the tank comes in. Straight into this unplanned ambush, I'd say. Well, AT rifles just accidentally going forward to get some vision, and the tank just comes in. So now I see that he just got his Metrock and it's in a base. I don't know how he survived without it. Maybe his units just died a lot. I always play Vivid from the start. But now, as we cap this fuel point, both of our units will push north, and he probably will not be in time to deal with it. Probably he'll be in the center, but I'm ready in the center as well. I have both tanks repaired. I'm going to retreat this AT rifles. I need them to be healed and ready for other tanks. I expect him to have much more than one tank from 16 minutes of fuel gain. And I'm correct, he has 100 more fuel, so at least one tank can be here. As I now fight this, I don't know if it's fighting infantry in the middle. I don't bring my Stuarts up close because I think a T-gun might be here waiting for me. It's just a bait. And guess what? It is here. As I push my units to the middle now, I see a T-gun. I think it should have been much closer, but still, he is waiting. And he leaves, so we win. Of course, we did some mistakes, maybe not sacrificing that engineer in church would have been better, getting mortar sooner, and of course not running in that grenade with both units down here. I did mistakes, but I had fun and I have learned from them. I hope you did too. And if you did, I hope you'll come back for my next video. If you do, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. This was Free Happy Dolphin. See you soon.